Because you're a bit younger than me, and I was very young when that came out. Yeah. I'm 93, baby. What are you?
98.
Oh, God. Never ask that. Never ask that. Hi, welcome to FREDFLIX, a film and TV podcast brought to you by Cineworld, which is why we're in this lovely Cineworld cinema with plush red seats. I have another special guest today. They just keep blooming coming. Today, we've got Ashling, aka @Trashling on TikTok, who is a film graduate, film nerd, would you say? Yeah?
Probably.
Film nerd. And you have an award in screenwriting?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell the audience about your award in screenwriting.
So, as my final project in my film degree, I wrote a 1-hour pilot script for a historical drama about the RMS Carpathia.
Oh.
And it won a bunch of awards, and that's why I got into my master's for writing.
Unbelievable achievement. The absolute shit that I made during my film degree.
Oh God, no! I made like a heap of shit before that.
Okay, fine.
I'm honestly kind of surprised it did so well.
Did you watch your film degree stuff back and you're just like, oh my God. That's what
and
I
then
was
you think
like.
Oh, this was like the best thing I'd ever seen. When I was 18, I was like, this is art.
You have got a big following on TikTok. And is that mainly for posting kind of film and culture related things, or is it more like everyday stuff?
More like shit posting.
Shit posting.
Yeah. Sorry, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly just shit posts.
Yeah.
I talk about history and like books and films, and I just a lot of politics recently.
Oh yeah.
But I try to mostly keep it light, keep it funny.
Nice. Yeah. It seems funny. Go check it out. Are you a film or TV person if you had to pick one?
Actually, I've thought about it.
Oh, brilliant.
And I've decided I'm a TV person.
Interesting. You're one of the few, actually. I'm glad you've said this.
Most people say film.
Yeah, I think 80% of people said film-ish.
I think as a writer, I would say TV just because, like, it gives you so much more space to get to know the characters, and I like watching TV and I like writing television, as I found out.
Oh.
Whereas film, like, I feel like a 1-hour episode is not a commitment, even if I watch like 6 in a row. But a 2-hour movie is a commitment, and I just can't.
I don't know who they is, but they've done studies on that psychological thing of like, I do the same on YouTube. I'll watch 5-10 minute videos, but if I saw an hour long, there's no way I'm sitting to watch that. It's the same thing, which is why I ask you 7 small questions rather than one big one.
Smart.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I actually met Ashling at the House of Dragon season 2 premiere. So that fits then. So are you actually a fan of that type of TV? Yeah?
I love it. So I watched Game of Thrones as it was coming out, which I probably shouldn't have, because I think like the first season came out in 2012.
It was early. I watched the first season when it came out, and then I fell off the wagon somehow. Because
you know what? That's probably the better
So
thing.
Did you watch it when the first season was coming out as well?
Kind of.
Right. So do you kind of remember when that was coming out? It wasn't massive yet, right? It was massive by what, season 3 maybe?
I think season 3, 4, yeah.
So I dropped out at the start of season 2 and just didn't realise that it was going to get so big.
No.
So then by the time it got big, I was like, I feel like I've fucking wasted it, you know? So were you similar, or did you just carry it on, I imagine?
I just kind of stopped and started, because again, when it was coming out, it wasn't really age appropriate for me, and so I was kind of not really understanding a lot of what was going on.
Yeah.
And then I tried to read the books, and I don't remember anything, because it didn't compute at all. And then by the time like season 5 or 6 was starting, I was like, okay, I need to actually sit down, like watch all the seasons.
Right.
And then I did that, and it was the worst mistake of my life.
You started again?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I was like, oh, season 5, season 6, and then season 7.
Yeah. Was there 10 in the end, right?
No, 8.
And
should have been
And people
10.
didn't like it, right? No. I actually ended up randomly watching the last episode with my housemate who loved it. And I was watching it being like, yeah, what are they doing? Yeah. But House of Dragon picked up a bit?
Yeah.
Picked it up a bit, yeah.
So I'm like a really big nerd. Every time an episode comes out, I'm like 4 hours on TikTok, like on Tumblr, on YouTube, just reading like meta commentary and people being like, oh, this is tying into the books and shit. So I probably know a little bit too much. I think House of Dragon it's kind of spoon feeding a bit too much. Because the first seasons of Game of Thrones, they were perfect because unless you really paid attention, you were going to lose the plot. And that meant that, like, there were so many things that people were like, oh shit, and that thing 3 seasons earlier, that's what that played into. Whereas House of the Dragon, every single episode is repeating, like, Helena can see the future.
Okay.
Alicent is sad. And you're like, okay, I got it.
So the
3
writing's
episodes
not
ago.
quite as, like, adult, maybe, would you say?
I think they're just kind of like, I think they have too large a fandom and they're trying to appeal to more people than they probably should.
Okay, yeah. I hope you said all this in your reaction at the premiere.
No.
What do you think?
Like, I loved it. It was flawless. Oh my God, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I hold to that.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Okay. Nice. If you had to pick a favourite film, I guess, or TV show, ever, what would it be?
So my stock answer for like favorite film is Princess Mononoke because I have a tattoo.
Oh.
And like favorite film of all time. I will rewatch it until the day I die.
What does the tattoo say, first of all?
So in the film there is this character called San and the titular Princess Mononoke, and she has these bracelets. And so I was like, oh, what if I get a tattoo in the shape of the bracelet with like the red dot? But the quote comes from the male character in the film, and it's to see with eyes unclouded by hate. And it's his like mission statement in the film, and I was
That's
like,
beautiful. I do love films, but to get a tattoo off your favourite film, that's the next step, and I respect it. I respect the hell out of it.
It took a very long time to be like, oh, maybe I should get this tattoo. But to be fair, I did love it since I was 5. So I was like, okay,
So you've got track record. It's here to stay. What would happen if you've ever felt like it wasn't your favourite anymore? Would you just be very upset that you've plastered your body with it?
I don't think so. Because it'd be a record of like, I loved this thing for so long, and even though I don't love it anymore.
Yeah. And now it means more than just the film, right? Because you've had
Exactly.
it, because you know the quote resonates. That's very nice. Good answer. How do you feel about the fact that I've never seen it?
That's okay.
Thank you.
I recommend you watch it. Everyone that I've shown it to has been like, holy shit. Especially like, I have this friend who's an environmentalist.
Oh.
And I was like, have you seen any Ghibli film? Like, not even this one, like any Ghibli film. And he was like, no. I was like, you're about to develop like an obsession. And he did.
Yeah.
Because all of the films are like nature and like anti-consumerism.
Right. Is that like a subtext, or is it quite clear?
It's text. It's
text.
very it's I think with every movie. So do you know the meme about Hayao Miyazaki never retiring?
Yeah.
I genuinely feel that's because every movie he's like, I cannot make it clearer, and then people misunderstand, and he's like, God damn it!
Gotta do it again?
It's like every movie he makes, the whole like war bad, nature good. It's more and more explicit.
I actually didn't know that. I mean, again, I think I've only seen like a bit of Spirited Away, and I wasn't a fan. And so I just haven't delved into his filmography at all. But I didn't know that from hearing discourse about it, that it was such a clear message.
Oh, no,
Yeah. So that's what it's all about, basically. Yeah. Will he make another film, you reckon?
Yes, he's come back.
He's already making it?
He's come back and said he's going to make another one.
Mate, why does he just stop saying he's retiring? It's fine. You can just stop making films when you die. That's fine.
I think like many of us, he's like a New Year's resolution kind of guy. And he's like, I'm going to retire.
Right. He wants an end to it. I think it's maybe slightly an ego thing. I don't know with him. But with someone like, was it Steven Soderbergh who kept saying he was going to retire?
Yes.
And
Scorsese, I think.
No, I think it was just Soderbergh. I don't think Scorsese said he's going to retire. I think the world would go nuts if he said he's going to retire. But anyway, with anyone, I think it's almost like you want to hear the eulogies of like if you died.
Yeah.
It's like I want to hear people say, "Wow, this is incredible! What a filmography! What he did for cinema!" And you get to be alive to hear that. Exactly. And so it's nice to announce a retirement. But then ultimately, if you're Steven Soderbergh, you're like 55 and you're going to make another film.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
I think so. And like, there's no shortage of people willing to give you money to make another movie, so why not?
Yeah. Do you have a first cinema memory?
Yes.
Right.
And it's to do with Princess Mononoke.
Ah.
Yeah. So I watched that movie when I was 5. Again, I probably shouldn't have because it's a very bloody movie.
Okay.
A lot of violence, and I think that really impressed upon me, like, holy shit, cinema. But yeah, I vividly remember
5-year-old
watching
Ashling loved a bit of animated violence.
that.
Give me more.
Yeah. I think the progression from that to like Game of Thrones and me being obsessed with Game of Thrones is very natural.
Very linear.
Yeah.
Do you remember what cinema you were at and where you were sat and things like that? Or is it quite blurry memory?
It's just so this movie didn't actually come out when I was 5. I think I was watching like a rerun. Because it came out when I was born. It's a really old movie. But yeah, I also vividly remember watching the Simpsons movie in cinemas when it was coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're a bit younger than me, and I was very young when that came out. Yeah, I'm 93, baby. What are you?
98.
Oh God. Jesus Christ! Never ask that. Never ask that.
It's not bad. Listen.
Look,
because I'm in uni. Like I just finished uni.
Okay.
And it's very much like the grads and the undergrads join the same societies. I now have friends that are born in like 2004.
It's sickening.
And I'm like, I remember 2004.
Yes, it's absolutely sickening.
That's horrible.
I was like getting driving lessons now. I wasn't really, but nearly. It's just the idea of anyone being born after 2000.
I got an email from a friend, right? And it was like his name 03. And I was like, oh, why did you put 03?
What are you doing? It's insane. How do you even know how to speak English? You must still be on a potty.
Honestly, how did they let you in here?
I know, but they're like adults now. Is the scary thing? They're 24.
Wait, no, they're not. I'm 25 and I'm 98.
But if it's 2024 now, right? Am I having a
They're
stroke? 20. No, as in like, sorry, someone born in 2000. I meant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. After 2000.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You're right.
I thought I was really losing my mind. That Alzheimer's or something. When you go to the cinema, or even when you may be binge watching at home, the TV shows that you enjoy, what's your snacks of choice? Are you a bingey, snacky person when you're watching something?
So actually, when I'm in the cinema, I don't eat or drink anything because I'm paranoid
Very
about having to
monk-like.
leave.
Okay. Paranoid that you have to
leave if I need to go to the bathroom.
Got you.
So like, I will not drink. I think I went in for like a 3-hour movie once and I almost died. Not a sip of water. Not a sip of water.
You're the Gandhi of cinema goer.
Like I need to be here. I need to be present. I need to like see everything.
Wow. That's real commitment. Going in to see Killers of the Flower Moon without a drop of water. Blooming heck.
I'm being nurtured by what I'm seeing.
Right, okay. So you've never flirted with the idea of a bit of popcorn, bit of like...
Sometimes.
What about at home?
Ooh, so I've realized recently that I'm obsessed with Wotsits.
Oh!
Specifically like the spicy Wotsits.
Oh, I didn't know there were spicy ones.
Really good.
Just had the originals.
They're kind of like Cheetos, but bigger.
If you're just talking about the good old-fashioned Wotsit, I'm a fan. But I can't say I've had any Wotsits since your friend in 2003 was born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like, oh God, I can't remember. But yeah, they are very tasty and spicy ones. What kind of spice is that? Is that a paprika?
Not very spicy. Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit like ketchupy taste.
Okay, so you'll have what 25 bags of Wotsits while you're binging, right? Yeah.
To the point where like you eat too many crisps and your mouth kind of starts tasting a bit funny because you're like, I'm pretty sure I have irritation now.
Yes. I said this to someone the other day and they looked at me like I was mental.
Yeah, no, because people will actually stop before it gets to that point.
Do you reckon?
I'm like, I can't relate.
I wonder if we've just got sensitive gums though. Because like I said to someone, do you know those crisps that are like bacon rashers? They're called?
Yes.
Once
they
I had
irritate the shit out of your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had too many bacon rashers at a kid's party once. I was a kid at the time, and my mouth was burning. And ever since then, I've always known that like if I have too many crisps, my mouth will burn, really irritating, right? And someone said I've never had that experience before, and I was like,
do we have allergies?
I was like, you've never felt that you've had too many crisps? So either we have allergies or we eat too many crisps.
But like, No, because loads of people are like, oh, if I eat too many crisps, I feel bad. And not like psychologically, physically.
Yeah.
Because I get that. Like, my stomach will feel weird. My mouth is like very tingly.
They're a strange thing to binge on, actually, crisps.
Yeah.
So you sound like a
think we just
savoury
have
snacker if you are a snacker.
Yes.
You're not kind of like a big bag of minstrels or M&Ms or anything like that. Interesting. And I guess as well, the benefit of not eating or drinking anything in the cinema is you're never the annoying person crinkling and crunching around.
True.
How do you feel about people around you snacking? Does it bother you?
It bothers me at the start of the film, but not towards the middle, because I think like at that point they either have stopped because they've finished eating, or I just tune them out.
It's a good point.
But,
Yeah, it's a good point, because when the title card comes on, everyone...
Stop.
Yeah, but that's when everyone opens the bag, when the title card comes on. And it's like a cacophony of noise.
I'm not usually surrounded by such principled people. I think when my friends and I go to the cinema, they finish their snacks by the time the trailers are over.
Right, yeah. And that just, it's so silly I do the same. I'm just like, oh yeah, because snacks with the film, that's great. And then you get in munching them all. My uncle was always like, only open the bag when the title card comes on.
But then you can't enjoy the taste because you're concentrating on the movie.
It's a bit weird.
You can't enjoy the movie because you're trying to eat.
Have you ever been to a cinema that delivers food to you, like meals?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
It depends on the movie.
What about, Princess Mononoke if you watch a rerun?
Oh God, no! There's too many dying animals in that movie.
You don't want to eat anything during that. No.
I actually, on Letterboxd, I have a curated list just for myself of movies that made me feel funny about certain foods.
Oh, tell us some more. Tell us some examples.
So obviously the peach from Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Just anytime I'm eating a peach, I'm like.
Yeah.
But also, there is this movie called Killer Joe with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh God.
The fucking chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's a rough.
I can't.
A very strange scene. Do you know that's So yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the scene, Killer Joe is a scene where Matthew McConaughey he's kind of got a family hostage. I can't remember the context. He's in someone's house.
Dating someone's teenage daughter.
It's
like a contract
what's the
killer.
director called again?
Oh, the kids hire him to kill their mom.
Yes.
Or their dad. No, their mom.
And it's a film by, what's his name, the Exorcist director. It's the same. Anyway, so it's a very disturbed film. And there's a scene where like Matthew McConaughey gets this family to do all sorts of horrendous stuff with this chicken leg / chicken bone. And it ends up being like one of the most disturbing scenes I've ever seen, to be honest. Which is really well made, to be fair. And yeah, changed my view on that food forevermore.
Anytime someone says like white meat or dark meat on a chicken,
Yeah.
I remember that scene.
Oh yeah. So go look that up on YouTube if you want to know what we're talking about.
Or don't.
Or don't, and
if
enjoy
you
your
wanna
lunch,
keep eating
enjoy
chicken.
your breakfast. Yeah. Any other foodie films that put you off food? I'm trying to think of some myself actually.
The platform. The
platform.
Spanish one where they're kind of like, it's like a metaphor for purgatory.
Oh, I
And they're
haven't
like in
seen
this
it.
prison where a platform goes down through the thing. Disgusting.
Is it?
Disgusting.
Right.
Yeah.
The only food thing I can think of is like Bruce Bogtrotter and Matilda eating the cake.
Oh my God, the cake.
And because that really puts me off chocolate cakes and also Gollum eating fish in Lord of the Rings, but that's not really the same because he only does it on one shot. Yeah. If your life was on screen, what format do you think that would be in, first of all? You know, are we talking like a Netflix kind of limited series? Or are we talking maybe a sitcom or like a epic movie? It could be a fanciful version of your life. It doesn't have to be a realistic depiction.
So when you sent that question,
Yeah.
actually my first answer was, I don't think my life is interesting enough yet to be filmed. Just purely like thinking as a writer, I'm like, I wouldn't. There's no plot. There's no stakes.
Do you think there's a moment, do you think there's a period in your life that where either like a holiday or a 2-week, like a story in your life that you could pick out?
Yes. I thought my life would make a great like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia type sitcom.
Interesting.
Where, like, there's like little episodes like Ashling does this. Or
Yeah.
Ashling decides to go into politics, and at the end of the episode I'm like, let's not do that. Go back to normal.
Right, that's a good old-fashioned sitcom. I miss those. I feel like there's
no
not enough of
character
them.
development.
Yeah.
It's just vibes.
Just Ashling for like, what, 9 seasons during the
Shenanigans.
2010s. Everyone loved it. That kind of era of Always Sunny, New Girl, that kind of thing.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Never watched that, actually.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, it's propaganda, but it's so good.
Propaganda? What does that mean?
It's like cop shows that are very unrealistic as to how, yeah. But it's fun. They try their best.
Propaganda? Never heard of that.
It's my favorite meme is Paw Patrol is propaganda.
Oh, right, okay. And that's the real reason behind making that. Yeah.
When I was in uni, I used to go to Cannes every year on the 3 Days in Cannes program.
Oh, cool.
Check it out. Actually, don't, because I don't want too many people finding out about it, because it gets harder.
Yeah. So what's that, an exchange of students just to go to the festival?
It's, you basically send them a letter being like, I love film, please let me in to this program, and they give you a free ticket for 3 days.
Fuck.
And it's like a regular Cannes ticket, like you get access to everything.
What films have you seen at Cannes, like, premiere?
I haven't seen very many premieres. I saw the premiere of Solo.
Oh my god, fucking hell.
Shit.
I'm sorry to hear it.
I also saw the premiere of that Nicholas Refn TV series with Miles Teller in it.
I didn't know he did one, actually.
They showed us episodes 5 and 6 for some fucking reason, and everyone walked out of the movie being like, what the fuck was that? And my proudest moment is I saw two really, really famous, one really famous Spanish director and one really famous Argentinian film director go, what the fuck was that, to each other.
Oh, I love that. Because you just know if they were like doing a professional interview, they'd be like, oh.
Yeah, that was great. I love Nicholas. And in private, they were like, what the fuck?
Are you aware of the Safdie brothers? You know, they're
Yes.
Yeah, and they did Uncut Gems. And,
Yes,
yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems. That was, do you know what? That was an all-time meme, and I forgot it until you just said it.
It's
Uncut
the
Gems.
perfect meme.
Final point on the Your Life on Screen. Who do you think would play you in that sitcom?
I mean, in a dream world, it'd be Jessie May Lee.
Are you a big fan of her stuff?
Yes. So she was the protagonist in Shadow and Bone. I love Shadow and Bone. And not to like flatter myself too much, but she is the celebrity that, like, when I ask people like, who do you think I look like, they're like, oh, Jessie May Lee, probably because she's the only other Asian person that they can think of in the moment.
What was that word? Asian?
Yes.
What's that mean?
So white and Asian.
Right, okay, Asian. Okay, got you. Yeah, well, that's a great choice. And people do, when this question comes up, people do tend to go down the lookalike route, but very open for anyone to mention anyone they like that even catches your essence.
So I really love Ayo Edebiri.
Never heard of her.
Have you watched The Bear?
No. Oh, is she the main one?
No, she's not.
She's not. Okay,
but
no.
she is. I think she's like the support character.
Okay, no, I don't know that. No.
Or Bottoms.
No, damn it. You've got a real good, yeah. Do you know what?
working
I think, okay, so I'm going to probably put a picture of her up here or something.
Don't look anything alike, but I just love her vibe.
But it's the essence. Yeah. If you go to a regular cinema, not unlike this cinema, probably slightly bigger than this, where are you normally sitting?
Ooh, probably like towards the middle.
Uh-huh.
Not too far in the back, but as close to kind of like the center of the screen as I can.
Oh, you're centrist. Yeah. I see. Yeah,
Very
okay.
much. Just because, like, I have a very sensitive neck, and if I get stuck watching this way for like 2 hours, my neck will hurt.
How are you feeling about turning this way for a whole
this
podcast?
is fine, because, yeah.
We're twisted. I'm completely the same, though, because when I'm filming this podcast, I do get neck crick when I'm doing this. And I'm the same, like,
do the fucking exercises.
Oh, I know. If I'm I don't like looking down on a screen, I think is what it is for me. I kind of want to feel like I'm up like this.
Yes.
Does that bother you, or is it more just about distance from the screen for you?
I mean, I guess like you wouldn't want to like stare like this up onto a screen. For me, it's ideally if it's directly in front of me or slightly up, that's like perfect.
Got you. Halfway up the screen.
Yeah.
I see.
I think when we were in the Game of Thrones premiere, House of the Dragon premiere, it was slightly down. At least it was for me because I was up.
Oh yeah, it was
on the
very
second.
far down. Yeah, on the balcony. Yeah.
And I was kind of struggling a little bit.
It was a bit rough. Yeah, it's a bit rough. Do you know? Just a side story. They asked me for a reaction after that. Did they ask you?
No.
So they asked me, and do you remember that I said I'd never seen House of Dragon or Game of Thrones, and so I just didn't know what to say, and I was so hungry because we've been in there for quite a while, and I had really low blood sugar, and I had enjoyed the thing, but I was really wanting to get home. And they said, "So how do you feel after the House of Dragon?" And I was like, "God, it was great. You know, it was really good." And I'd completely trailed off. Didn't have anything to say.
You were just shocked
Because I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And they went, "Okay, great, thanks." And I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I thought you were going to ask me more questions, like about specific things." And they were like, "No, that's it." Anyway, it turns out the lady who interviewed me was actually the lady who had booked me to like come. And so I'd made such a bad impression. And so I don't think I'm going to get...
I'm sure it's not that bad.
Oh, it was bad. I apologised. That's how bad it was. And she said, "It's fine." She was really nice. If she's watching, she won't be watching.
Your fault.
But yeah, I absolutely messed that up as a side point. Did you scuttle away after? Did you manage to get away?
I was in a complete daze. I was just...
It was a long night, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's a first world problem, let's be honest. Great.
I'm really grateful that they gave us such a huge bag of popcorn, though. I think.
Did you get through it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and also there was a few empty seats around me as well, so I was getting through them.
Smart.
And even the guy, I didn't even know him next to me, he just took his, and yeah.
I was sat next to three very lovely drag queens, and they let me have some of their popcorn.
Oh, nice. Did you know, by the way, so this was at the Odeon Lux Leicester Square. Did you know that the front section of that balcony is where the stars sit when there's a premiere?
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a seat on the right, which is Tom Cruise's favourite seat. It's kind of like an aisle front row balcony.
Stop. Does it say Tom Cruise on it?
No, but all the ushers love telling you, so they told me and my mate when we went in the other week.
Damn.
It's cool, that, isn't it? Yeah. Have you been to a film premiere with stars there? Because I don't think there was stars at House of Dragon.
No, there was.
Was it?
The cast was there. I don't know if they were watching though, because I reckon they'd seen it about 17
I think
times
they fucked off because they would have been sat there and they weren't.
Yeah.
But you've been invited to a few other things, right?
No.
Oh, I haven't
in the UK
either.
at least.
Okay.
Because I did go to Cannes and I did see some premieres in Cannes, but that's
And you saw
different.
the directors going, "That was fucking shit." Yeah. So you at least saw that.
I'm not mentioning any names,
No.
so that they're not going to be like, "I didn't say that. How dare you?"
Spielberg and Soderbergh slagging it off. This is a game I made up. It's called Ping Pong Pop Culture. And it is where we go back and forth naming things from a chosen category, which you're going to choose. And whoever can't name one loses. So let's say you said Hayao Miyazaki films. And I said Spirited Away, you said The Howl's Moving Castle, and I couldn't think of one, then you would win.
Okay.
Please don't pick that, because first of all, I don't know any, and second of all, someone else already picked that. Have a think of a category, and then we'll crack on.
DreamWorks movies.
Ooh! Wow, I think I might lose. Okay, so there's no timer. We go on vibes.
Perfect.
If you think I'm taking too long, call me out.
Okay.
There's kind of a 5 to 15 second danger zone, I
Okay.
would say. And this is another rule I really like. If you can't think of one, you do have the liberty to try and trick me and say and make one up.
Okay.
And then if I believe you and we just carry on, then we just carry on. Okay? And you go first.
Shrek.
Interesting that you picked this, by the way. Are you a massive DreamWorks fan or something?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Turns out, yeah.
Okay. Shrek. Right, let's do a rule where if you name a franchise, that's kind of the franchise gone.
Okay.
So Shrek's
So we
gone.
can't go Shrek 1 to 5.
No.
There's going to be another Shrek.
Oh, no. Kung Fu Panda. That's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Rise of the Guardians.
How to Train Your Dragon? Is that one? Yeah.
B movie.
Minions?
Despicable Me.
Nice. It's
Is
different.
that?
Different franchise. Is it DreamWorks?
No, I don't think
No,
it
I think.
is.
Okay, we both said
that's
it, so
a
it's
little
we're
bit-
both
okay,
wrong.
yeah,
We're
fair
both
enough, fair
wrong.
enough.
So it was my go. God, the amount of fucking robots. That was DreamWorks, right?
Prince of Egypt.
Was it DreamWorks?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was. Have you heard the meme? Not the meme. The story about Shrek and. Okay, so basically Shrek and Prince of Egypt were being made at the same time, and if you fucked up on the Prince of Egypt, as punishment, they would send you down to work on Shrek.
Because Shrek was supposed to be the shitter. Oh wow! And it ended up being like the whole generation's animation. Wow. Prince of Egypt's decent though. It's decent.
Best movie.
Did you know Prince of Egypt had like the biggest budget of any animated film
Really?
at the time, or something like that? Because of the cast. Do you remember the cast is so big? Yeah. So you said Prince of Egypt. I'm going. It was the one. There was two bug-related films at the same time, and one was Pixar and one was DreamWorks. I think DreamWorks was Ants.
It would be Ants because Bug's Life is
Was
very
good.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going Ants. Bug's Life was good and Ants was
great.
bad. Really?
Ants is great.
Oh, I wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan. Okay, your turn. I'm starting to struggle, so I hope you're struggling as well.
Happy Feet.
Oh, for fucking God. Yes.
No, it's it is.
Yeah, it is.
DreamWorks.
Ice Age.
Yes. Oh.
Yes. Yes.
The fucking Boss Baby.
Is it?
Yeah. It's DreamWorks.
Okay. Oh,
Is
a
it?
Big Hero 6?
Big Hero. No, that's Disney.
Fuck! You win. Wow, I haven't got a good record, honestly, with this game. To be
Really?
honest, considering I made it up,
It is your podcast.
I really should be doing better. I should just change the game. Anyway, it was really brilliant having you on, Ashling. Thanks for joining us. And the cough was not as bad as you feared at all. We managed to hide it, I reckon. Yeah, thank you very much. So Ashling, aka @Trashling on TikTok. Go check her out. Really, really funny. And also on Instagram as well. Different username though.
It's Trashling.
It's Trashling.
I
And
really should get that changed.
I'm sure you'll be going to a lot more Cannes launches and film launches, TV show launches. You'll probably get invited back, and I won't, to the House of Dragon.
I reckon you will. I mean, technically, I went as a guest of someone else.
Oh,
so I didn't
right.
even get invited.
Well, you'll get invited proper next time then. Yeah, thanks for joining me.
We should shake hands. I don't know why. This is giving like very much like end of a business meeting.
This is FREDFLIX brought to you by Cineworld. If you like it, then please like and subscribe. Why wouldn't you like it? See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.